Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So, here we go. From Malquerida. So, damn, it says cool beer. Roja Fresca. So, gotta be honest, I haven't got a clue. 5%. So, it's obviously not English. No, don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that. We'll give it a swirl and see what it is, and yeah, the fucking shittiest of days. So I apologise to the beer. The likelihood is no one from this part of the world will even know I've reviewed it anyway. So probably a good thing, really. So rose-coloured beer. Yep. So today we've scrapped the BMW. The fucking idiot who did the work on it. The fucking idiot who did the work on it. So what we know, and even the mechanic, who's an AA trained mechanic, who's does MOTs, he says, I'm trying to work out what the hell he's done with the car. He says he's broke the servo. I don't know what a servo is, by the way. But he says the clutch isn't right, the gears aren't right, the brake's not right. And he says, to be honest, you would have to strip the whole car back to find out what the fucking hell he's done. He says the cost would be astronomical. And he says, to be honest, it's not worth putting yourself through any more pain. So this bastard's walked away scot-free. And am I fuming? Yeah. I could kick myself because had I known about this mechanic, we'd have took it to them. We'd have got a fair price. And it looks like they'd have done the job properly. They're clutch specialists. We didn't know 6 months ago. We didn't. We were told prices by some garages who told us a price but said they didn't want to do it anyway. And so yeah, we was told a price £2.5 but they didn't want to touch it. So we're searching around. We don't, when you don't know, you don't know. You don't. There's a lot of garages you don't trust, and there's gonna have to be one you put in the notebook and say, okay. Mark it down to experience, cruel experience, and go from there. A fucking story of my life. Tell you what, you just get from one kick into another. So yeah, got 380 odd quid scrap price. It's worth a lot to scrap because it's in pristine condition apart from the fucking engine, gearbox and clutch, what's been took apart and fucked about with. Now, for somebody who's got the time, and it's all down to time. Someone who's got the time to take it apart, meticulously take it apart, and then figure out what's gone wrong, they could probably put it back with a couple of days' work that have got it done. But it's the unknown element. If you're doing it yourself and you know BMWs, you could do it. But if you don't, then it could cost you a hell of a lot more. And obviously, time is money. And we literally haven't got the money to do that. So, we've had to call quits and go from there. And then bogger me, the mower broke last couple of weeks ago at work, and boss has messaged me today, and it was the worst timing possible because I'm already pretty much fucking heartbroken in some ways because it was a nice car I got, and every time we go for a nice car, do we get fucked over? It happened with a 2-year-old Ford Escort that we had on finance, and you couldn't start it for love nor money. And at the time, I was a bit dim, didn't know you could hand it back and say it's not of merchantable quality. Got ripped off because, again, not really knowing finance and all that, got ripped off. And another life lesson. And then today, the mower, 2 weeks ago, it went in for repair. And the boss has just turned around today and says, The drive shaft on the mower's gone. It's been a bit funny for a while. Um, it The drive shaft's gone on it. So is that my fault? I don't know. I don't know. I use the mower, go up and down the grass. It's about as much as I fucking do with it. Don't do anything I shouldn't do with it. And yet this drive shaft, and they're going to tell me tomorrow. I have no doubt that they'll say something you've done, mate. You're driving it, and it's like fucking hell. And it just at times it just feels like one thing after another. And I'm not stressed. Don't get me wrong. I'm just totally fucking life smacking bollocks, gutted. Anyway, cheers up. So it's a hazy red pour, red beer, 5%. Oh, it's got a fruity twang on the nose. It's a proper. It smells like a sour. Oh, wow, that's fruity and twangy. Yeah, it's a sour, tarty sour beer. I can imagine. It looks like it's a Spanish with the dam and all that. A Spanish beer. It's got a cactus on the front. And I've got to be honest, I got it from Low Cost Beer, Smiling Grape. And yeah, it's not bad at all, really, to be honest. If you like your sours, then this is the sort of beer you'll love. I'm not sure if it's still on Low Cost website, you'll have to check. But wow, that's a beauty, that is. Wow, that's a little beauty in it. I've got to say, yeah, it's not bad. It's not too sour. It's very tarty with a sour element to it. But yeah, it's hitting the spot well. I needed a beer. I'm sitting in the house, and both of us are as miserable as sin. Me and the wife, we're absolutely gutted. In a year when we're paying for a wedding, which is absolutely destroying any finances we've got. We are getting out at weekends, literally for a few hours though, not for long. We've had a busy weekend. I've been out 3 times last weekend, but it looks like we're going to start saving up for a new car. And the prices of cars are fucking ridiculous at the minute. So I just don't trust anyone. I don't trust mechanics. Don't trust. I've got to be honest. When it comes to trusting people, I get to the stage where I trust very few, and this just, it's them little things in life. It's like, fuck me, you arsehole. And then today, the looking mower as well. I'm actually glad I got the beer reviewing hobby because I can do a bit of talking, and even though technically I'm only talking to myself, which is kind of weird in the wrong ways. No wonder I talk to myself at work so much. Yeah, sitting there fucking disagreeing with myself. Yeah, I have to get two of these puppies, and I say, "Yeah, right, mate. Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah. Well, I'm not too bad. Yeah, fuck it. I'm feeling a bit pissed off. Well, I'm feeling pissed off too." Anyway, we've onto a different note. We've got a dickhead round the corner. We live in Sherwood in Nottingham, and if you know Nottingham, it's the smallest, fartiest fucking streets. We live in the old part of Sherwood, just up from the Valley Road, and the streets are dinkum. You can park on the curb and that, and the most of the estate's okay, but the one road where you don't do it's twat round the corner has parked his fucking van and his car blocking someone's drop down curb, and We've reported him, we have. And the neighbours across the road, they've also phoned the police. Got his car took away last week. His car sat there, his van sat there now. And it's like, I'll do as a fucking police, fuck the neighbours. And I want double yellows putting down all the way down that road, I do. I'll stop the twat. And he's digging up his driveway. But he's digging up his driveway, but he's, you know, and he's an absolute awful person. He's very aggressive, very nasty. He bombs down the estate. Bear in mind, it's only a 30-mile-an-hour road, and you should only be doing 20 on an estate like this. He bombs down, and one day he made me back up because, and you could see the aggression in his face. Really nasty piece of work. And he was behind me tonight. And my car, my Skoda, I can't go bumping up curbs in my Skoda. So I pulled on, put my indicators on to pull on, and I gently went up the curb. And you could, and you know when you know somebody's at I could fucking feel him there. And as I've gone slowly up to back up, all of a sudden he's gone by slowly and he's like that. And I'm like, so I backed up, took no notice. I knew he was doing it, so I took no notice. And then he drove around the corner. And I thought, you absolute sad bastard. The end of it is he's going to do it to the wrong person, group of people, and he'll get a good hiding. But it happens. To all them sort of people, it happens. You'll do it to the wrong person, and that person's an absolute nutcase. He'll get out of the car with a bloody hammer or something and just clobber you. All these hard people that do that sort of business get their comeuppance, which is why I'll usually just keep out the way and don't say anything. And yeah, and it's not worth it. I'm got enough on my plate than dealing with muppets. Sometimes I just thought, nah, you're not worth it, mate. Sado. And yeah. But anyway, on with the bit. So twangy. Yeah, it's decent. I'm enjoying this. At 5 then. Ooh. 4.3 out of 5 for me. It's a nice, fruity, lots of. It's like a fruity wine, but in a beer. It's weird, you know. It's only 5% as well, but it's got that twang to it. I dare say I haven't got all the flavours and that. Just comes across as a summer fruits, but yeah, it's decent enough. Something different. Cheers, up.